Did you know that every single LED bulb goes through a rigorous testing process before it's shipped out to stores? In today's video, we're going inside an LED bulb factory to show you exactly how they're made. Step 1. The frame. All LED bulbs start off with a frame. This is what gives the bulb its shape. For example, a C-shaped frame will make a circular bulb, while a rectangular frame will make a square one. Once the frames are all set, they move on to the next step where the LED chips are attached. These chips are what emit light from the bulb. They're typically mounted on a substrate like aluminum or PCB, which helps to dissipate heat. The chips themselves come in a variety of colors, allowing manufacturers to produce bulbs in different color temperatures. For example, a warm white light bulb will use chips that emit a yellowish light, while a cool white light bulb will use chips that emit a bluish light. Step 2. Attaching the LEDs. Once the chips have been placed on the frame, the whole thing is put into a machine that attaches the leads. These are the little metal prongs that connect the bulb to the power source. Different bulbs will have different LED configurations. For example, some bulbs will have 2 leads for bi-pin base bulbs, while others will have 3 leads for a tripod socket or E27 socket. Once the leads are attached, the bulbs are ready to move on to the next step.
Step 3.
Filling with argon. Before the bulbs can be filled with the gases that make them glow, they need to be evacuated first. This is done by putting the bulbs into a vacuum chamber and then pumping out the air. This creates a low-pressure environment that allows the gases to fill the bulb more evenly. The most common gas used in LED bulbs is argon. It's used in both clear and frosted bulbs and helps to create that familiar incandescent glow. Other gases that can be used include nitrogen and xenon. Some bulbs may even use a mixture of gases to create a unique look. For example, a bulb that uses a combination of argon and xenon can produce a more intense white light. Once the bulb has been filled with the appropriate gas, it's sealed up and ready to move on to the next step. Step 4. Adding the outer shell. At this point in the process, each bulb has a base and a glass enclosure, but no outer shell. The outer shell is what gives the bulb its final shape and protects the delicate components inside. For example, some bulbs will have a metal outer shell, while others will have a plastic one. Some bulbs will also have a decorative outer shell, such as those with a globe shape, or those designed to mimic the shape of an old-fashioned incandescent bulb. The outer shell is attached to the base and the glass enclosure using a variety of methods depending on the type of bulb. For example, some bulbs will simply screw together, while others will be glued together. Once the outer shell is in place, the bulb is complete and ready for the final step: quality control testing. Every bulb that rolls off the assembly line undergoes a series of tests to ensure that it meets quality standards. These tests can include visual inspections to check for things like scratches or damage to the outer shell. They can also include electrical tests to make sure that the bulb screws and that it produces the correct amount of light. Bulbs that pass the quality control testing are then packaged up and shipped off to stores. Those that don't pass are either repaired or recycled. The next time you walk past a light bulb at the store, take a moment to appreciate all the hard work that went into making it. From the assembly line workers who put the bulbs together to the engineers who designed them, there are a lot of people to thank for this simple yet essential invention. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a comment below to let us know. We always appreciate hearing what our viewers have to say. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest videos. Thanks for watching.